Okay guys, yep, I'm being constantly asked from people, how do I actually use Meta-Trader4? Now, there is a lot of stuff on the internet, and yeah, the platform comes with a good help sort of files and stuff, but I thought I'd just make a quick video just to show people who never used it before how to actually set this thing up, okay? So once you go to broker and you install the files and open the program, you will come up with a platform looking something like this. Now, the first thing you have to do is you go on file and you open up an account. Once you click on it, you will be asked to fill in all the details and you proceed, and what you will see is then that you have a live account. This thing will be moving up and down, and you will notice in the right hand corner that you are actually connected to the server or to the broker. So the other thing is, what you want to do, you click on here, which gives you options for new charts. Now there's different currency pairs, what we can see, all different sort of stuff here, but what we use for thing of this demo will be the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Okay, we'll click on it and it opens up a chart looking like this. So the first thing I do when I do this, and it's entirely up to the individual, maybe you like the grid, but I take the grid off, which is Control G. So now that we've got the grid off, the next thing is what we do is probably we zoom in a little bit so we can see the individual bars. Now this is a line bar. A lot of people trade off them. I prefer the candles, which are up here, so we click on that and the whole thing looks a little bit different. So now we've got candles. Then we click on this, which is the chart shift. I prefer this because it moves the chart a little bit across and leaves a little bit of room here so I can see exactly what's happening. Now, one of the most important things is that once you open a new account, you click on, this is up here, is all your time frames. So you click on each time frame and actually download the data for this time frame. Now, this takes a while, but you can click through all of them and download it. Obviously, my data is already installed. So now we're on the hour chart, and let's just have a quick look of how we actually use the line drawing stuff up here. The first thing is, this is the cursor, that's what I'm using at the moment, so you can have a look and move around. And I've got the crosshairs. Now the crosshairs are a useful tool because what you can actually do is you can take a price here, and with the left button, when you hold it down, you can actually measure a point. Now this is, when you have a look at the second number, this is 2,430 roughly, okay? Now that means this is about 230 pips. It's not 2,000, it's 230 pips. So what we know now is from the top to here is about 230 pips. Then we got another tool, which is the vertical line. This is handy if you want to mark certain candles, which, say for example here, you click on it and it installs a line. Now any line you got here, once you double click on it, you see two dots, one on the top, one on the bottom, which means you can actually move the line in any direction you want and leave it there. Okay. To delete a line, you right click on it, delete, and it's gone. Here we have a horizontal line, same sort of story, obviously. And then we have trend lines, which is a pretty important tool. Say for example you want to draw a trend line from here right up to here. You do that also with the left hand mouse button. This is not necessarily how we draw trend lines, this is just so I can show you. Once you click on it here, the top button, you can shift the angle of this trend line wherever you like. In the middle one, you can shift it in the same angle to any point you prefer. And of course, the bottom one, you can shift the bottom side of it. Okay, so this is virtually all we got on the lines. Again, right click, delete. The other thing I want to show you is the Fibonacci tool. Now the Fibonacci tool, when you say for example you want to measure from the Fibonacci tool from here to up to there, okay? Now we're not going to get into Fibonacci much at the moment, but what it shows you, it gives you certain levels of support and resistance, and believe me, this does work. So you double click on this again, which will give you the dots, you right click and you delete. So this is virtually all what I'm going to show you on the lines, because you can play around with it. The next thing I want to show you is how to put indicators. Now with the indicators, the one I'm going to show you at the moment is a custom indicator, but it comes with Meta-Trader4 Heiken Archie. Okay, we click on that, we click on it again, and we see it changes things completely. I mean, now we can see different colors, the white. I mean, you can imagine now, for example, that if the color changes in that candle, for example, and say we get an entry here, I mean, that was 97 pips, you know, that's not a bad sort of trade. Now in here, say the candle changes, we take a certain, that's 106 pips, you know, like, I mean, all we can see at the moment is that makes it a lot clearer to illustrate. So another thing I want to install in here is then moving averages, okay? The under trend moving averages. Now we start off with the fast moving average, which I prefer at the moment, a 5. I have it smoothed, I apply it to the close, and usually I pick a red one. Here you can change the line thickness depending on how good your eyes are or what you want to do. You click OK, and as you can see, it is installed. Now, next thing we do, we install again a moving average, and this time I will pick an 8. Still smooth, still close, and we make this one green. And then we install another one, which is a little bit slower one, but this is at the moment the setup what I prefer, and that's a 13. We make this one, say, blue, and there we go. So what we got at the moment now, this is virtually the basic setup what I use at the moment for trading. And as I said, this is all about candles, and I want to show you how I use them, right down to taking a trade and how we evaluate charts. Now, another really useful thing I want to show you is once you've got a setup like this, and no doubt you can try different indicators. There's Bollinger Bands, there's all different things you can. I just like to keep it simple. Now, once you have your indicators installed, what you do is you go up here on templates and you save your template under a name you can remember. As you can see, I've got many templates in here which I've been using over the years, and what that allows you to do is this: it gives you power. Say you want to have a look at a different template, say for example this one. It gives you then an indication of what it looks on a different template, what you have been using before. This is like a guppy. I can explain it in another video, but it gives you the power to actually change this in any way you actually want. So I think we conclude with this one. This is just a video on showing you how to set this up reasonably quick, so you can then follow in the next video on how we actually use this. I mean, how do we evaluate our trading opportunity for today? Okay. Now, thanks very much for hanging in there, and for those of you who already know how to do this stuff, there's other guys who really don't, so that's why I thought I'd make the video. Okay, I see you in the next video. Bye.